The Shy fans, I'm sorry. I know y'all been asking me for weeks to start doing reviews of each episode, predictions, and everything like that, and I just can't do it. At least y'all finally getting a video. It may not be the one y'all want, but someone has to say it. The Shy needs to be canceled. This show has completely lost the plot, like for so many seasons now. Like, not even just lost the plot, it's to the point where it has no plot, where these episodes literally nothing is happening, nothing is going on, and it's been like this for a few seasons. Like, I think this goes all the way back to when Brandon first got removed from the show and Cab, Jake, and Papa stopped being like focal points, and the show just completely went downhill after that, where there was still some intrigue in characters like Emmett, in characters like Vic, who went to be a councilman and wanted to do this and that, where these characters had storylines and plot progression. All that has been completely halted and reversed, and it's to the point where I don't know what is going on. This show is just doing anything it wants at this point, and I can't just be the only one who thinks that this show is time for it to wrap it up. Like, the shit that's going on is starting not to even make sense. And I know this video is more like a rant. I wanted to make like a cohesive video breaking down the problems, where things started going wrong and everything like that, but the show really don't even deserve that, because it's just so bad that I don't want to be talking about this for more than 20 minutes. So I'm gonna just do a rant instead of all the problems going on with The Shy season 7, and it's already been renewed for season 8, so it's not stopping no time soon. But let's get into some of the actual problems of what's going on with The Shy. Now, the first problem we have to talk about, and I think this might surprise you guys and be one of the biggest, and that's is way too many damn characters. It's way too bloated of a cast for a show like this, and I think this is the biggest problem because it contributes to all the other problems we're going to get into next. The no plots and storylines, no cohesion, no progression, no interest in a lot of these characters and what they got going on. All these characters being in the story at once creates this sense of we just don't give a fuck. Like, nothing even matters. We don't even get enough time in each scene with each character to even care. And I don't even know some of these characters' names, and these characters, some of them have been around for seasons now, and I don't even care to know or remember their names. And it's getting so bad to where they're deciding to just throw all these characters in these random relationships. This creates the problem where in every episode we see some type of party or some type of event or some type of holiday or some type of get together or some type of consoling church, something where they have to do all this because there's no way to fit all these characters in one scene and make it make sense. So every episode we're getting some type of get together where we gotta all group up and not have these meaningless conversations, like conversations literally about nothing, where they're talking and doing absolutely nothing. Every season of The Shy for the last 3 seasons, it sets up one main storyline that's going to be solved by the end. The last few seasons been with Dude that we saw last season finally got taken out by Nuck about damn time, and we saw at the end of last season, of course, Nuck took out Rob. So that was cool. Okay, it had us intrigued going into this season. The problem is that if you guys remember last season, nothing happened leading up to when that happened. Like, literally nothing was going on in the in-between episodes. Nothing of importance that even followed over into this season. It's like all these characters' storylines are cut short, and that's mainly because it's just too many characters in general. You can't possibly make us care about everybody. Literally in this last episode, somebody died. I don't even know bro name. Vic Mensa's character, I think that's Lene's brother, he got shot and killed. I didn't care because I was just telling my family members that him and Lala's character don't need to be on the show anymore. I was literally telling them I don't know why they're here. I don't really care for them, especially when characters like Kev, Brandon, and other characters who we were interested in, Kev character started going south. But nonetheless, these characters are gone from the show, and their replacements aren't these people can't replace what was built in the earlier seasons. The only character right now that has some level of intrigue in his storyline, what's going on, that feels cohesive is Bakari. We're going to talk about that more when we get to the plot and storylines of these characters over the course of these seasons, but they need to cut down on the characters for sure. And I think that's why they've been sending people away, sending Gemma away, they sent Kev away. I think his actor wanted to leave, etc., etc. But it's way more characters they could or need to get rid of, and it's been a problem for multiple seasons now. And once again, they only do this so they could bloat it with scenes of parties, proms, events, and all this, just to put all these characters in one room, and it looks like it makes sense, but it completely doesn't. So that's the very first problem: too many damn characters. Next up is the failure to have any sort of coherent plot or consistent storylines. And like I said, this comes from the bloat of too many characters, but also I mentioned this is something that has been happening for a few seasons now, where these episodes feel like they could be placed in any order and it wouldn't make a matter of a difference, besides the first episode, the mid-season finale, and the actual finale. Other than that, these episodes could be placed in whatever order and it just is what it is. It makes no difference to the story or what's being told. And because of this, it makes it hard to feel like the characters are actually progressing. Like Vic, for example, when he came back originally, he was on that Reg shit. He wasn't really fucking with Jake. He was just trying to get money. He was still in the streets doing dumb shit. He became a whole congressman. He fought back against Duda. He had a whole arc where even in the last season, he almost went to try to kill Duda after Duda and Nuck shot Rob, but he didn't do it because he knew it wasn't the right thing to do. That his character, I don't even know if he's accountable anymore, to be honest. His character feels stagnant, like they have nothing for him to do. And you know how the Shy gets when they have nothing for your character to do. Time to throw you in some random meaningless relationship that doesn't make sense, that wasn't set up any time prior, but they're gonna do it nonetheless. It's like this for multiple characters. I point out Vic because he's the easiest example of a character we clearly seen go backwards from the beginning. Characters like Jake, Kevin, Papa, who we thought were very important, going to be instrumental to the story later on, they've just become less relevant and important. I guess Jake is kind of back in the mix. We know Kev left, but Papa, his character definitely is useless right now. He lost all the humor, charm, and fun of his old character, and what they turned him into, he isn't better off for it. So a lot of these characters just seem like they're aimlessly in the story for the sake of being in the story. And I mentioned in the character section, the only one who feels like they have story progression and plot is Bakari. His character is the only one who feels like he's the same person from the beginning of the story to now. And I don't mean the same as far as growth and who he's become and everything he's learned. Obviously that's changed, but I feel like his thing feels like one entire character arc where we saw him come back, get revenge for Coogie. We saw him consistently be in and out the game under Duda, not trying to be in it, forced to stay in it by Nuck. We saw his reaction when Papa's dad died. We saw him hallucinating Coogie. We saw him at Lene's relationship. It's been constant consistency with his storytelling up to the point where we are now, where he's writing a book. He's telling a story about his life, how it could be a movie, how it could one day he could tell his own story. It all in a way makes sense, and it might not be the most interesting for some of you guys, which is cool, which is fine, but at least it feels cohesive. No one else's story feels like that. I don't feel like no one else's story is linear. Even characters like Emmett and Keisha, who once Brandon left and Kev wasn't really the focal point and shit like that, Emmett and Keisha kind of became the pseudo main characters who everyone roots for, were happy when they got together and everything like that. It made sense. But even them now, it kind of feels repetitive or stale or boring, or they're just running in damn circles where what they're doing, having another kid, once again fighting, cheating, love, it's just the same old, same old. These characters feel like they're just nagging each other, like they shouldn't be together, even though everybody wanted them to be together. The plot and storyline is just completely falling flat. And I think it's once again because they set up every season with one main storyline, and if it isn't focused on that, nothing is happening in the meanwhile. So if it's not focusing on Nuck killing Rob and Rob's mom getting revenge and everything like that, nothing else really matters, because the two biggest events this season was her killing Zay and now her killing Vic Mensa. Once again, don't remember his character name, don't care to look it up. That and Bakari trying to leave out the game, but he's working under her and everything like that, it all connects back to Bakari because he's the only one with a real damn storyline. Everybody else, I couldn't couldn't give no fucks about. Once again, cancel this shit. And last up but not least, probably what you guys been waiting for the whole video, the Return of Reg. What the fuck, the Shy, bro? My problem with this is not that we seen this nigga literally get shot in broad daylight. I mean, I'm from New Orleans. I seen niggas get shot and survive. Like, shit happens. Okay, cool. But this one, like, come on, let's be realistic a little. But that isn't even my main problem. My main problem is that Reg wasn't even that good or important of a character to bring back. And I feel like they only brought him back, of course, to be in conflict with Nuck. But Reg, before then, he was only interesting in the fact of how he affected Jake, and I guess they're bringing that back and doing that now still, but that was where his interest came in at. The problem with it was that Vic came in, feel that Reg role did it better and actually had character progression. Reg is just the ignorant street dude. He's just another Nuck. We don't need the same archetype of characters within the show. I don't know why they brought him back, especially because, once again, I know the real life stuff that Brandon's actor went through, but if you're gonna bring anybody back, he makes the most sense. Someone we actually didn't get to see die, that actually was the main character and made the most sense. Like, I feel like that was a layup if you're gonna bring anyone back. Once again, they only brought Reg back to be in conflict with Nuck, to do the same shit with Jake, have him in the streets, possibly bump heads with Bakari, just create more conflict. But once again, none of that really matters for the simple fact that the episodes they feel episodic. They don't feel connecting, like what happened in one takes place into the next and go over there. The war between Reg and Nuck should have been took off, but it's not going to take off to the mid-season finale, and then something's going to happen in the finale to make people come back and watch season 8. But for the most part, to bringing him back with just pure shock value, it's been trash. Let's be real. If you think this has been good, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you have a right to like what you like, but seriously, come on now, like, this has been good bringing Reg back. And I was one of the people saying that I don't like that it felt like Duda was the main villain for like 4 or 5 seasons. Like, he's been around forever, so I was happy when he finally got taken out, and once again they set up Nuck killing Rob. That was interesting, but now it's just like it's all played out. Bringing Reg back, I don't think it was a good decision. I know it got people hype and wanting more, but that's really all it got y'all doing, watching these episodes week to week, watching nothing happen and play out just because Reg came back and there's supposed to be a war on the rise. But overall, I don't like it. This was the weirdest bringing a character back I ever seen. This, like, I don't know, I'm just tired. Like I said, I ain't want this video to be too long. Let me just end it here, bruh. Overall, that's it for this video. I think the Shy has just ran its course, and to be fair, I feel like the cracks been started to show, and this season is like, I don't know, last season was trash to me too, but this one is the first one where I'm completely checked out. I don't care for it, and I think it's been this way since, I want to say, the end of season 3, early season 4. 5, 6, and 7 just haven't been it. It's been a while since a season has been in contention for one of the best, and I just think that's a multitude of problems. Once again, the cast way too bloated, as well as no storylines, no plot progression, no character progression, development, nothing. It's just going nowhere, and they already got an 8th season, so me making this video is really not stopping nothing. But I was interested to hear other people's thoughts and feelings, because y'all be in my comments asking for the Shy videos, and I really be thinking, like, they really have people out here enjoying this, which to each their own, but I just can't do it. I'm sorry, the Shy fans, I won't be making weekly videos. I can't do it. As usual though, you guys can leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out.